Welcome back. Today we are going to discuss as to why we must invest now. We at Omaha believe that we must improve the investor's performance and not the fund performance. Now, for the investor performance to improve, the investor must stay invested. What is happening is that due to the onset of internet, every person has got the remote control in their hand. Now, with this remote control, they keep switching their investments. We keep changing the channel, and so we miss out on the crucial moments where we must and should have stayed invested. The investor holding period is turning short. In fact, we must stay invested now, even though we are hearing such negative news in the market. Negative news such as COVID, such as war, the Russia Ukraine war, rise in crude oil prices, etc. But with rising market, the risk rises, and with the falling market, reward rises. This is the time we must stay invested. The reason for our growth and the reason for India's growth is behind our power of youth. India right now has a huge power and huge youth community which is earning exponentially. The IMF also believes that the GDP in India is going to become double in the next 5 years. That is, in 2027, our GDP is going to be double than what it is today. Why is this going to happen? Is because of the youth. Now, what is happening is, since we are a developing country, many people in our families are now working. There was a time earlier when only one member of the family would be the earning member, and they were more dependent. Right now, more people in the family are earning and are independent, and very few are dependent. But this is not the case in other countries. For example, in China, America, or any other place. There are more dependent population rather than the earning members. This is a huge opportunity for us and for the growth of India. Due to a huge number of earning population right now, our spendings will also increase in the future. Since our spendings will increase, the Sensex will also increase because the companies will make more profits. Warren Buffett himself also made huge returns because he was born in America. He shared the performance and the growth stage then, which was available in America at that point of time. He would not have been able to do so had he been born in Afghanistan and would not have been called the richest man in the world today. The market right now has a lot of buying opportunities for us. We have outperformed ourselves even in the pandemic. That is, the Nifty 50, which was stagnant for almost a decade, has doubled in 2022 as compared to 2014. The highest growth rate was during the pandemic. Take the example of GST. In June 2017, the collection of the government via GST was 74,000 crore. And now, in June 2022, it has doubled to 148,000 crore. So, in 5 years, the government has increased its revenue via GST by almost 20% per year. So, even if you remove 7% inflation, the government has still made 13% extra return as compared to the earlier tax it was charging. Secondly, it is not true that the rise in crude oil prices will also increase the market, or vice versa. As you can see in this chart, the sustained rise in crude oil is good for the market. Even now in 2020, the crude oil prices fell, but the market continues to grow. The biggest concern that people are facing today and are worried about is because of the Russia-Ukraine war. Has war not happened before? War keeps happening, and every time there is a war, there is a sharp downfall in the market, but the market also recovers itself speedily. Another reason why for India this war is beneficial is that Russia is the third largest manufacturer and supplier of military in the world, and India is also a buyer from Russia. But now, due to the war, Russia is doing delayed delivery. Since Russia is not being able to deliver its military on time, India has a market, India has a space created where India can now start selling its military to the outsiders. Also, India is the cheapest drone manufacturer to date. So, there's a huge demand for the same for India. So let's not get worried, let's not get scared. Stay invested for the long term to build your portfolio. Only staying invested will help you grow. Thank you.